So greetings once again from Cape May here in New Jersey. I just got done filming a little bit here at the Cape May National Wildlife Refuge, but that's not the main reason I'm here today. So by the title of the video, we're going to go on a whale watching tour. Well, a bird, dolphin, and whale watching tour down here at Cape May. The company is at the Cape May Whale Watching and Research Center. So looking forward to it. I just talked to a nice little couple. I was out at it was like a nice little bird blind down that way, just talking to a nice little couple. They said they've heard good things about that company, that they've been able to see a lot of whales out here recently. So we'll see. It's not guaranteed to see any whales, but hopefully we'll see some dolphins and some other things. So I gotta make my way up. Gotta try and find this place and park. So it starts at 1:30, but they want you to be there by 1 o'clock, so I gotta get going. It's about a 3-hour tour. I chose a 3-hour one. It's about $50 for that tour, so let's do this. I mean, I always like to say too, like, yeah, this past April we did that seal watching tour down in Delaware, at Lewis, Delaware. So on that tour they talked about how they do whale watching tours if you're in Cape May. That's what gave me an idea. So yeah, looking forward to this. It's a new experience, something new for me and this channel. So let's get there. And that's our boat, Cape May Whale Watcher Research Center. All right, so we're heading out that way in a bit. Yeah, so we do potentially go out like 15 miles out into the ocean, so this would be pretty cool. All right, let's get on the boat. Yeah,
species we might be able to find even in the earlier parts of our trip. And if you'd like a closer look at any of the wildlife, bird life, or points of interest we'll be seeing, we do have binoculars available on board. And you can see a crew member downstairs behind our galley if you're interested in renting a pair of binoculars. You may have already noticed, but the wildwood beaches on our left-hand side are pushed much further forward than the Cape May beaches on our right. This is because of an oceanic process known as longshore drift. It's essentially a conveyor belt of sand that pushes from north to south beneath the surface of the water along our local New Jersey coastline. As soon as they continue down the shoreline alongside us, bottlenose dolphins are a sexually dimorphic species of animal. That means the males and females differ in size, with the males typically growing larger. An adult bottlenose dolphin can grow to be anywhere from 6 to 12 feet in length. And closer. We also slow our speed, making sure that we are not overtaking these dolphins or accidentally corralling them. Crossing our bow here at our 12 o'clock, and a lot more right here along our 10 and 11.
Did you get that? Oh, 3 of them, same time.
I bet there's like 7 of them. Pretty cool, huh?
An adult bottlenose dolphin can hold their breath for about a minute. We can sometimes even hear our dolphins surfacing before we see them. If you listen closely, we have more dolphins further out off our 1 o'clock still. And we're bunched right alongside it here between our 9 and 10 o'clock. If you listen closely, you may be able to hear a ch-ch sound. That noise is called chuffing. Chuffing is the noise a dolphin makes when it expels trapped moisture into their airways. There's that mom and calf just popped up in that group directly out ahead of us at 12 o'clock.
Oh, wow.
Nice big group here off our 11 still. Some more off at our 1 o'clock looking around. Definitely doing some people watching here today. A calf is what we call a baby dolphin, and once that calf is fully born, the mother dolphin will nurse it on its milk. Dolphins do produce milk. They have 2 mammary slits, and they'll shoot that milk into the young's mouth, all out along our 7 and 8 o'clock here. More out along our 2 o'clock as well. Another Dolphin's milk will be much richer in fat content though than anything you'll find on the supermarket shelf. About 52% fat content. This is because when that calf is first born, it lacks that blubber layer that it needs to survive alongside the rest of its family. Nice big group here out off our 9 o'clock. So it does need to bulk up on its mother's fat-rich milk as much as it can to grow that layer of blubber and get big and strong to survive alongside the rest of its family. And there is one final characteristic that makes our Dolphins mammals. It's oftentimes the most surprising for people to hear. Flashing activity out off our 10 o'clock, perhaps the start of some socialization or even mating behavior. Big tail slap out there off our 10 o'clock as well. Dolphin with some attitude here today. That final characteristic, these guys are heading right towards us here. Check these guys out, looking back at us off our 10 o'clock. That final characteristic is the presence of hair. Now, with these up-close looks at our dolphins, you might look down in the water and think that these animals are completely hairless, sleek as can be. Another tail slap right there. 48 hours. And as adults, the only hair on that dolphin's body would be on its nose or rostrum. Large groups of dolphins that stick together year after year. Looks like there's 2 calves in this. Closer. We also slow our speed, making sure that we are not overtaking these dolphins or accidentally corralling them, meet them head on, as that can cause these animals a great deal of stress. Just like nobody likes being cut off in the fast lane on the highway, the same rule applies to our dolphins out here in their home. It's on that animal's part to look back at us. They can easily come to the surface and breathe without lifting their eyes up above the water. So when you see a dolphin staring right back at you, that is a purposeful decision on that animal's part. These guys are highly intelligent and incredibly curious. And they love to check out what's going on board nearby vessels, especially here. A lot more out here off our 9 and 10 o'clock. Looks like most of this pod must have dove right under our vessel without us even realizing. Dolphins also squeals and more. And with our naked ears alone, we humans can only hear about 10% of that dolphin noise. To hear any more, we need to use the assistance of technology like a hydrophone, a very special underwater microphone designed to pick up high-pitched frequency sounds. But while we humans may pale in comparison to our dolphins when it comes to hearing, that is not the case. That greater range of hearing allows them to hear more of the noise our dolphins are making beneath the surface of the waves. So whenever we have dogs on board, they typically do get excited in the presence of our dolphins. They can hear all that dolphin conversation. Now, unlike us humans and our furry friends, dolphins do not have external ears and they don't have earlobes, so you'll never see a dolphin with its ears pierced. Instead, they have a tiny internal ear back behind each of their eyes, the size of a small pinprick. Their incredible hearing and their tiny internal ears have actually earned them the nickname the Pinhole Wonders. Spend their entire lives out here at sea. And they spend most of that time beneath the surface of the water, holding their breath. Nice big group out here alongside us at our 10 o'clock. They also don't breathe through their nose or rostrum at all. Their airways only connect to that blow spout and that blowhole. For most of that time, they keep that blowhole closed while they're holding their breath. Now, our land animals like our cats and our dogs use their incredible sense of smell to track one another and to hunt their prey. So whenever our dolphins need to accomplish one of those tasks, they'll do so using an entirely different sense altogether. A very special sense known as echolocation. Check these guys out along our 9 o'clock. We can definitely hear those chuffing noises. Sounds of these dolphins come up to the surface to breathe right alongside us here at our 9 and 10 o'clock. Another tail slap right there, right alongside us. Find that prey though using their echolocation sense. That echolocation is when a dolphin releases a high-pitched beam of sound from a very special fatty organ in their skull known as a melon. Right alongside us here, nice big group surfacing out off of our 9 o'clock, and that calf just popped up. Juvenile as well here, right alongside us. There's at least 2 calves here in this group and 1 juvenile with us. This very well could be an extended family pod or a nursery pod. Whales, fish, sharks, sea turtles, and more before bouncing back and being received through the lower jaw of that dolphin's mouth. Now, our dolphins are constantly echolocating beneath the surface of the water, never stopping. And that echolocation is so powerful that they might be able to tell what's out in their natural habitat. And it is good to think about it in the terms of a highway. Nobody likes being cut off or tailgated as are. And we don't want to cause them any additional stress out here in their natural habitat. So every time you sail with us, you are helping to fund and support all the research we conduct on our bottlenose dolphins. Now, if you are trying to get some great photographs of our dolphins here today using your cell phone, one of the best ways to do so is to keep it on the video mode. They're out off our 10 and 11 here. These animals are only at the surface of the water for fractions of a second at a time. So if you are recording them, increased here off of New Jersey. We see a regular population that make their way here during our summer months. Beautiful looks across in front of us here. We photograph both sides of their dorsal fin, just like our dolphins, but we want the underside. We'll first assign them a number tag. But some of our favorite named dolphins include Thunder, Lightning, Tippy, Trisket, and Miller, was present in a sighting, as well as looking for signs of predation or disease like shark bites or lesions. And we photo-ID our whales for their age as well. Now we know that they have those alien plates in their mouth, and this means that they don't have any teeth that could ever be extracted.
Alright, so it is the day after that I'm filming this outro. Didn't really have time to do it there. It was just super hot when we got back to the car. I was sitting in the sun all that whole time. But yeah, I had a great time. It was an awesome trip. I was super tired when I got back. I slept it this morning. But I'm definitely going to do it again. We didn't see any whales on that trip. I saw plenty of those dolphins. That was super cool. But come November, it's migration season for the whales. I was listening to the guy talk on that trip. So I think I might go back in November and do this again. The chance to see some whales. That was an awesome trip. I highly recommend it. It was super professional. Yeah, I mean, it was cool. Just being out there was super cool. So yeah, highly recommend it. Cape May Whale Watching and Research Center. So super cool trip. They have, if you don't want to do the 3-hour trip, I think they have like 2-hour and less trips that cost a little bit less. But yeah, super cool. Glad I went. Gonna do it again.